Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I have this 12 by 24 cabin on the lot. It is our standard stain T111 siding, but this is plywood, pressure treated plywood, white metal roof, 3 windows and a walk-in door. Let's go on inside and take a look. Standard on the cabin will be a 4-foot porch with handrails, as you can see. Let's go on inside. This one, like I said, is our plywood. It's the siding is T111 Duratemp 5/8 inch plywood siding. It's pressure treated. The flooring is also 5/8 inch pressure treated plywood flooring. Our walls are standard, are 2x4s that are 16 inches apart, 16 inches on center, and then we double stud them every 3 feet, or every 4 feet, I'm sorry. Every third wall stud is 4 feet apart. So 1, 2, and then double studs, okay? Double studs on all door and window frames, which means your doors and windows should open and shut freely like they're supposed to do once the building is on your site and leveled. A lot of other companies don't necessarily double stud their frames, their door and window frames, which means during transport, there's gonna be some shifting, and once it gets to your site, the window may not open like it's supposed to. Ours will, because we double stud those frames for all of our doors and windows. Minimum double studded, okay? This particular cabin has a 2x3 window here, a 3x3 window here, and a 3x3 window here. It also has the radiant barrier roof upgrade inside the roof. So let's talk about the rest of the walls, then I want to talk to you about the roof. At the bottom of our walls is a single 2x4. At the top of our walls, the wall headers or wall caps are double 2x4s, double plates up there. And we do that to give a strong and sturdy base foundation to anchor our roof trusses to. And we do anchor the roof trusses using these metal hurricane screws right there. The metal hurricane screws are rated for over 800 pounds of tensile strength, and so we use one for every single roof truss on both edges, both sides, and that is part of the reason we offer a 150-mile-an-hour wind gust engineer certified rating on all of our building. It's partially due to the way that we mount our roof trusses to the tops of our walls, okay? So at the tops of the walls, we also have, I don't think you can see it, but you probably see some light reflecting in there. You can see those 4 little holes. That's because we drill holes and put a soffit ventilation system all the way down this sidewall and all the way down that sidewall, allowing for a huge amount of airflow circulation in this building. The air comes up and goes out through our screened in roof ridge vent. It goes the entire peak of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, and they work in conjunction together. The soffit vents on the sides and the roof vent up top to move a whole bunch of air out of the building, and that helps get the humidity and the temperature out of the building much more effectively than the other companies do who just use a tiny little, like they'll just put a little plastic vent right there on the top corner on one end, and they'll do the same thing on the other end, and that's all they have to move air out of the building. Well, ours, we move a whole lot more air. Therefore, our buildings get a lot more moisture out of the building, which helps to reduce your temperatures and your chance of mold and mildew inside your building, just because we have superior ventilation. Okay, the roof itself. I want you to notice the roof truss is a big old triangle. You can see that. That's nothing new on any type of building that has this type of roof. You're gonna see a triangle roof truss, but what I want you to notice is the base of the roof truss is resting on the top of that double wall cap all the way across, and same thing over there. That's different than what you're gonna find in most other portable building companies. They save money by making a smaller base, making it shorter, and lifting it up higher. We spend a little bit more to put that base that goes all the way across, and it anchors down, which gives you lateral stability across the top of your building, where our roof trusses are, as well as the lateral stability underneath where our floor joists are. So we have that lateral stability above and below, which helps keep our structure of our portable building more square, okay? That's just a unique way that Graceland chooses to build ours differently than the other companies. All right, now, the roof itself is OSB roof decking, which is standard in the roofing industry. On the outside is your metal roof. Between the metal roof and the OSB decking is a moisture barrier. It's a tar paper. And then on this particular building, we have that shiny aluminum foil looking radiant barrier roof that's an upgrade. It's an optional upgrade. You do not have to get it, but this building already has it. We call it our G-board radiant barrier. And what that does is it reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat, and it'll keep this building about 20 degrees cooler than a building that does not have the radiant barrier in it. So that makes a big difference in the hot, humid summertime. Now it's not an insulation. It just makes a big difference when it's hot. It makes very little difference in the wintertime, but makes a huge difference in the summertime. So I recommend getting the radiant barrier upgrade, especially if you're gonna make this into a studio or a cabin. If you're gonna be in this building in the summertime, you definitely want that radiant barrier roof in the upgrade, okay? Oh, I mean in the roof. We have that upgrade already built into this building. Now, on the floors, 5/8 inch plywood flooring. They're interlocked, tongue and groove. Also, the same thing's true for our siding. Our T111 Duratemp siding is tongue and groove also. So they're all interlocked with one another. Underneath the floor, the 5/8 plywood floor, and it's all pressure treated, by the way, we use 2x6 floor joists, not 2x4s. These are 2x4s in the walls. We use 2x6s in the floors. But we do space them 16 inches apart underneath, just like we do for our wall studs. So 16 inches on center is our standard. You can upgrade a building and get it at 12 inches on center for a super heavy duty subfloor if you want to do it that way. We have to order it that way and have it built from the plant like that, okay? And we can do special custom orders. Let's see what else. Oh, underneath the building, we have the 4x6 runners, the skids, as a lot of people call them, the skids that are underneath the building that make it portable. Those are also 4x6 pressure treated lumber as well. And we notch them out 1 inch deep, all the way across. So that skid will run all the way underneath this building, and it'll have a 1 inch notch for every place where a floor joist would sit down inside that 1 inch notch, all the way down. So our floor joist rests down on top of those skids. That's unlike any other portable building company. Our subfloor is super strong and sturdy. Nobody else builds them like a Graceland building. Now, as far as the pricing goes, there's different pricing discounts that apply every month. So please check back on my Facebook or my website. Or on my YouTube. I try to keep all of those places updated on pricing. My website is probably the best place to keep the most updated pricing. Just hit the website. You see the address there on the screen. All right, we do delivery free within 50 miles of my lot. Anything past 50 miles, there is a mileage charge. We'll set it up on the concrete blocks that you provide. We'll level the building on top of that, and then we will attempt to anchor it into the ground if you want us to anchor it, and if your ground is suitable for anchoring. Okay, that's the Ozarks here. We got a lot of big rocks, so we got to be able to drive those anchors. We always offer a military discount for retired and active duty, so thank you very much for your service. And as I said, check back to see what the latest pricing is on my buildings, because they do change out, sometimes even in the middle of the month. If you have any questions, you know how to contact me. It's right there on the screen. Hit me up on my website with my chat function, or call me or text me. Aloha from the Ozarks.